we're going to try and use that variation to as much effect as possible. And again, we can't do too much, think too much. It's about going out there and doing what's required to win games of cricket. So that's going to be our focus.
Yes, sir. 2 questions. Okay. Will you hang on, please? Did I ask you? Can you ask a question?
Well, I think India-Sri Lankan cricketers get on really well. They've got very good relationships, very cordial both on and off the field. MS Dhoni has been, I think, fantastic for Indian cricket and world cricket, as a whole. It's nice to have, wicket keepers. Sometimes everyone says they're overburdened. It's not the easiest jobs, but it's also the most fun, I think, when you're always involved. So it'll be an interesting game.
Yes, sir.
I think it's always the case. Communication is the most important thing in teams. And the Sri Lankan team's always been very good at that. They've been very good at bonding, very good at staying close as a unit, very good at talking to each other, because we value opinions of everyone quite a lot. There's nothing, there's no hierarchy in our team where, someone's a junior player, someone's a senior player, and there's a division. Everyone's the same. Whether it's your first game or your 100th, everyone's encouraged to talk, to have arguments, and to discuss as many different points as possible, so the best decision is taken.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, they always do. Every single player in the side. Mahal is no exception. He's the vice captain at the moment. So almost every decision is discussed. Before we take the field, strategies are put in place, and everyone's input, including his, has become very valuable.
Yes, sir.
Kumar.
Well, it's hard to say. It depends on how you win games as well. If you win by a margin, sometimes people can say you're not tested. If you win a close game, they say, you're being tested. It's hard to see which opinion is right. For us, we're happy that we're here. We've had to win games. We didn't get any walkovers on our journey here. So, we're pretty confident of the fact that we've been one of the best sides in the tournament. At the same time, India's played great cricket. As I said before, they've always been the favourites. They've got the best batting lineup in the world, some fantastic bowlers. So I think everyone in the world expects them to turn up tomorrow and win this game.
Sir?
Kumar, how far do you reckon the players Murali is going to be important for bigger official like final?
I'm sorry? I didn't hear the question.
Yeah, can you just speak a bit louder, please?
Kumar, how far do you reckon the presence of Murali is going to be important for you in a bigger official like final?
Well, Murray's presence is always important. He's a big match player. He's been amazing for us. So hopefully, if he's fit tomorrow, he'll take the field for us.
Sir, your question?
Sangakkara, it's a second match here on this ground. Last time you played on the light. So what will be your strategy for tomorrow's match once you won the toss? And the second question is, who do you think will the trump card for Sri Lankan team tomorrow?
Well, I think our cricket has never been about individuals. We've never had, we've never had a tournament where it's been one person's tournament. We've always had collective efforts, everyone contributing in their own way to the final goal. And World Cup or any other match, victory is only possible if everyone contributes, and that's always been the case for us. Tomorrow's strategy is, I think, is simple in all cricket: score more runs, take more wickets. I think it's been a great tournament. I always say that the subcontinent is the place to play cricket in. There's no other place that can match the buzz, the excitement, the hype around the game, the passion and the love for the game as well. So when you play a tournament of this magnitude here, it kind of lifts the entire occasion, makes that occasion a lot more glorious. And I think the health of 50-over cricket is as robust as ever. You saw some of the best games ever played in this tournament, and it's important to understand that and recognize that and say that cricket is held in all three formats, and all three formats must exist in harmony.
We've got a problem with the audio. I'm sorry about that. I think you have a joint question, isn't it, you and Bala? So come on, Clemma, let's just do that together, if you don't mind.
Well, a few Sri Lankan captains playing bowling. Have you sort of got any good wishes?
Well, I think everyone wishes as well. We haven't met, some of the ex-captains. We have our selectors with us. We have, a few other players who came and met us and wished us well. Whether we meet them or not, it's pretty obvious that every Sri Lankan wants this for the entirety of the country.
Yes, sir. The question.
Sanga, your top batsmen are performing very well, including you. That's a good thing. But the lower order haven't been tested, or they haven't faced the pressure. Is that kind of worry?
Not really. I think if the pressure comes, they'll perform. We saw that in the New Zealand game. There's a bit of a dicey situation, and the guys brought us through. And that's the real key. When it's asked of you, if you can respond and do the job for the side, that's all that matters.
Your question, sir, please.
Well, I think conditions here are very different to Sri Lankan conditions. Sri Lankan wickets are, very different, a bit tougher. Here, wickets stay even right throughout games. So we're going to try and adapt to the conditions that we have out there. It looks a pretty decent track, looks pretty flat. So we'll have to make adjustments accordingly.
We'll take just 3 more questions. We'll take one in Sinhala for the local media in Sri Lanka and the other 2 in English, please. So can you start off, please, in Sinhala?
Sangakkara ඉතිහාසය ශ්‍රී ලංකාව අතර දීර්ඝකාලීන සම්බන්ධතාවයක් තිබෙනවා අපිට මතකයි 1996 දී ශ්‍රී ලංකාව ලෝකසානේ ප්‍රශ්නයට මුහුණ දෙලා පාකිස්තානයේ ඉන්දියාවට ලංකාවට වෙලා යොදව කරපු හැටි. දැන් ඉන්දියාවයි ලංකාවයි අවසාන මහතරකට ඇවිල්ලා ඉන්නවා. මේ තරගාවකදී ඉන්දියාවයි ලංකාවයි අවසාන මහතරකේ ක්‍රීඩා කිරීම අපිට කලාපීය වශයෙන් මොන වගේ වැදගත්කමක්ද තියෙන්නේ?
මම හිතන්නේ ලොකුම දේ තමයි 1992 ඉඳන් අද වෙනතුරු හැමදාම දකුණු ආසියාවේ රටක් ලෝක කුසලානේ අවසන් තරගයට සහභාගී වෙලා තියෙනවා. මේ අවස්ථාවේ රටවල් දෙකක්. ඉතින් මම හිතන්නේ කලාපයක් හැටියට මහද්වීපයක් හැටියට අපි ආඩම්බර වෙන්න ඕනේ අපේ ක්‍රිකට් ක්‍රීඩාව ඉතාමත් හොඳ තත්ත්වයක තියෙනවා කියලා.
Yes, sir. 2 more questions, please, in English, please.
Well, everyone understands that in our dressing room, it's hard to shut Murali up, whatever his mood is. So, he's pretty upbeat. He's always, talking, laughing, and annoying most of the other players in the dressing room. And today's been no different. So it's great to have him in the side. It's great to hopefully have him tomorrow, and to have him play this World Cup final with us, because there is no other way we can have it. Whatever happens tomorrow, we want to play for him and play for each other and do the best that we can do.
We'll take the last question later.